Welcome back to another episode of FHS Season Tickets. I'm Nick.
And I'm Christian.
And this is a new look for you guys. Me and Christian together, two
Yeah.
co-hosts. We've never done a show alone, so here's a milestone. But we're going to be getting to my favorite professional sport. I'm pretty sure it's Christian's. The NBA.
By far.
Yes, basketball. So exciting. Yeah, not our friend Mike's. He's not on. There's a reason he's not doing it. He's sitting this one out. But we're going to get into the crazy NBA opening. The NBA openers, all of the fantastic games by the young stars. But first, we're going to get into the scores for the notable scores for over this week in the NBA. First, let's get into the Hawks and the Wizards. Hawks win 114-99. Christian, what are your first thoughts when you see this game?
Dwight Howard's debut, how they do without Al Horford.
Yeah.
They did pretty well. Dwight Howard, he looked like his old self. Doesn't look like he has the offensive post back to the back game or back to the basket game. I meant, but he was rebounding. I like the effort he was putting in, and he was being a beast on defense like he was back then.
Yeah, this is definitely what you want to see if you're a Hawks fan. You don't want him to really just demand touches in the post.
Yeah.
I feel like this is what you have Paul Millsap for. That's what you have to an extent Schroeder, Kyle Korver.
Yeah.
You want him to be dominant like he did in Orlando. You want him to be a defensive beast like he did, clean the glass with 19 rebounds. And although this was not a Wizards team you'd expect to beat this Hawks team, it's still a nice win coming out the gates.
Yeah.
But now we're going to get into the Bulls-Celtics game.
Wait.
Oh,
Excuse me, there was a dirty play by Kent Bazemore.
Yeah, Kent Bazemore.
Extremely dirty on John Wall.
That's just a dirty play.
He just undercutted John Wall.
Yeah,
I was John Wall out of.
Yeah,
I would have tried fighting him, honestly.
Yeah.
He could have.
It's surprising you don't see more fights in the NBA with all the dirty stuff that happens.
Yeah, honestly.
Especially without padding like the NFL has.
Yeah.
But now we're going to get in the Bulls-Celtics game, and I'm going to give it to my co-host over here. We were texting last night, and I was saying that the Bulls are trash. I still think they are, but they did pull it away last night. I said they couldn't hit threes. Dwayne Wade proved me wrong. Chrissy, what do you got thoughts on this game?
Rajon Rondo proved them wrong. He hit a three at the beginning of the game.
No, Rajon Rondo did not prove me wrong. I'll get into that.
It was a good game. The Bulls were up basically the whole game, and the Celtics were making a run at the end. It was getting chippy. You could see Jay Crowder and Jimmy Butler get into it, even though they were teammates in college.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler just completely locked his leg around Jay Crowder's and tripped him. It was a completely interesting game, though. It was extremely fun and interesting to see D-Wade and Rajon Rondo together.
Oh, yeah.
Especially since they were going at it when Rondo was on the Celtics and D-Wade was on the Heat.
I think this is what you're going to see in all the East matchups if you're not playing the Cavs when you're in the East. All these games I feel like are going to be really close, really competitive. Yeah. And there's really good stories like D-Wade, Rondo, and then the Celtics under Brad Stevens. But I do think that while the Heat did get this win, I think that, they have a little bit more credit now. But I think this goes to the Celtics being maybe slightly overrated, or maybe this is just a fluke game, really. On the Bulls, though, Dwayne Wade and Rajon Rondo, Jimmy Butler, while they're an exciting tandem in the backcourt, I don't think this is what you're going to see often. Dwayne Wade only hitting 7 threes last year, and he had 4 last night. So I don't think that this is going to be usual.
He had 4 last night?
Yeah, he had 4, game winner too. Not game winner, but a really clutch at the last minute.
Dagger.
Yeah, but yet they're an exciting backcourt. Rajon Rondo, I feel like, is going to be the reason why. Dwayne Wade's doing good being a secondary option, but Rondo, I feel like, he's just going to hold the ball too much. Try to get those passes. He's a good assist man, but he's really fast. That's the thing. But I don't know. If they do mesh, though, this could be an exciting team, especially in a weaker East than I thought was going to come into it, because I don't think the Celtics are as dominant. The only dominant team I feel like is the Cavs. Yeah. So Bulls could do anything really in the playoffs. But
Al Horford really didn't impress me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Not
he's a good pickup. He's just not the team changer like we thought he would be.
Jaylen Brown kind of impressed me.
Yes,
he was scoring when he got the ball,
he's an
but
athlete,
they didn't really give him the ball too much.
Exactly. I think they're trying to develop him, but we'll see what happens in the East.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move up with a Western Conference matchup that I really wanted to see, and I really liked it. Lakers Rockets. Lakers winning 120 to 114. I love this game. I loved how fast paced it was.
Yeah.
Little defense, really fun to watch. I'm not sure this is what you want to see if you're fans of this program though, because both teams' defense was awful.
Yeah.
But it was still a really fun matchup. I love DAngelo Russell. We're gonna get into the young players soon. The way he played. DAngelo Russell was just really great. I just thought was like a really good for this team, a really good point guard for this team.
Yeah.
He's just the type of Showtime you need. I feel like this is like a Showtime team. Obviously, I'm not comparing them to that team with Will to West. And that's not what you think of when you think of Randall. But Julius Randle did do good, led the team in scoring. DAngelo Russell, Brandon Ingram when he came in, he was efficient. Yeah, he was really efficient. They're just trying to work him in the lineup. And just this whole team under Luke Walton. Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench with 25. Love that move by Luke Walton.
That was nice.
And just the Rockets, they didn't really play that much defense, but Harden went off for 30 plus. Christian, what do you got? You got any thoughts on this game?
You got Harden and Ryan Anderson.
They got some
those are two defensive liabilities.
Yeah.
That anyone could score on them. Even I could score on them. Not James Harden, but Ryan Anderson.
Yeah.
Probably. Honestly. Blow by for days, you know. But it was a fun game to watch because it was so just offensive minded.
Yeah, it was crazy.
No defense, grind out games, which are the most gruesome things to watch. But yeah, it was extremely fun. James Harden completely
clipping.
Yeah, he was water. He was hitting all his shots, and he was actually getting his teammates involved.
Yeah.
He had 17 assists.
Point guard.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
If you told me James Harden had 17 assists, I wouldn't believe that at all.
In the opener.
Yeah. And Brandon Ingram, he looked extremely well.
Yeah, I think
they just need to work. He just needs to
he
just needs to get into the NBA mode, you know.
Yeah, NBA shape for sure. The Lakers, I like the young nucleus they have. I like what they're doing this. Now we're going to get into our favorite team, the Cavs, and Cavs versus the Knicks. Cavs obliterating the Knicks, 117 to 88. Really shows the dominance the Cavs have, and it's absolute just awesome. I feel like Kyrie right now, he's looking sensational. He's really looking to what we want him to be, a scorer, pure scorer.
Yeah, he's just
I don't
in
want
his
him to.
own zone.
Yeah, I don't want him to just mess around too much, trying to get people involved if he can't, if it's not there. I want him to be like an AI type, just scorer in general. That's what you have LeBron there for.
LeBron was just being a
LeBron
just
being
player.
dominant, triple-double by LeBron. Really liked what the Cavs were doing. Obviously, the Knicks, they're not the super team that they declared. Derrick Rose, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
No.
Yeah.
No.
And just the Knicks in general, that's just a struggling program. They may want to consider stop the mediocrity. Look at what the Lakers do. Look at what the Sixers did at least. Maybe it's time to call a wrap. I mean, we'll have to see, obviously, how this year goes. But I just think it's done. You should not be okay with a mediocre team.
Yeah.
And Christian, what do you think about this matchup, really, or what things you saw?
It was a fun matchup. I like to see what the New York Knicks were capable of. Shame on Joakim Noah for disrespecting our banner, our championship banner.
Ridiculous.
He was just shooting free throws while we were putting it up. I don't like that at all.
No.
Because he could see something that would motivate him to actually get it, unlike losing LeBron James in the playoffs every year and then bashing on Cleveland.
Yeah. This dude says Cleveland's the worst, one of the worst places in the nation.
Right.
Get out of here. Get out of that, Joakim.
Who wants to go to Chicago, honestly? It's the same thing as Cleveland.
Right, they have terrible sports now.
Yeah. But yeah, it was extremely fun.
Yeah.
Derrick Rose kind of looked nice, but then, he kind of looks like the old D-Rose.
Right. Yeah, it was a tale of two halves.
Yeah.
For me, really.
Melo was was on
Yeah.
fire in the first quarter. He wasn't missing.
Nuts.
And then Kristaps.
Decent,
Yeah, I got him on my fantasy team, so he was pretty good.
Yeah, I like just the starters, but they just have no bench, and I feel like that's really going to hurt them. So, now we're going to go into the biggest matchup, I think, of opening. The thing that really just got everyone talking, maybe for the wrong reasons, maybe for the right reasons. Spurs versus Warriors. Spurs obliterating the Warriors. Yes, the Warriors with Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry. 129 to 100. Christian, obviously you didn't expect this. What are your expectations now for the Warriors, and what do you think about this game, really?
Oh, it's easy. 81-1, bro. Easy. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, 82-0. That's what people are predicting.
Right. Honestly, I wasn't expecting the Warriors honestly win this. It's gonna be hard for like a team to match with that much talent and like that many people that need the ball in their hands to score. But dude, it was a fun game to watch. The Warriors just got the crap beat out of them, especially at the end of the game. The one. He was a play. I forgot his name, but he was a player that tried out, and then it was a point guard who dunked on
Jonathan Simmons.
Yeah,
Jonathan Simmons.
The walk on, basically.
Yeah, really
and then
though.
Just yammed on JaVale. That was the best part of my night. It was. I can't even explain. It was just a fun game to watch.
Right. Yeah.
Anytime Golden State loses, it's a good day for Cleveland.
Oh yeah, that was cherry on top. Indians win the first game of the World Series.
Yeah.
Cavs win against the Knicks, and then and this championship banner released, and then that. But anyways, the Spurs, I feel like, perfect team to give the blueprint how to beat the Warriors. They gave it the first game of the year. They gave just bully inside.
Yeah.
Zaza Pachulia, starting center for the Warriors.
Not the same as
not the same as Bogut at all. Really just shows how integral Bogut and Ezeli and all those guys were for that Warriors success. But I definitely think the Warriors are gonna be fine. The Heat started out 9-8. I don't think it's the same scenario though, because of what we said, the inside presence. They really rely on their shot making.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's gonna be Cavs Warriors at the end. But again, you gotta give props to the Spurs. Gotta give props to Jonathan Simmons showing out. You gotta give props to Tony Parker. All of them.
Pau Gasol.
They look ready. Kawhi, of course. They all look ready to challenge the Warriors for this Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
And I just think it's going to be more interesting than people think. It's not a given that the Warriors are going to win this year. It's definitely not. They have issues. They're not an unbeatable team. And that's really going to wrap it up for our scoring section. But I'm really interested in getting into this next section that we're going to be talking about. All the young players showing out in the opener. I'll just give you a little list here that we compiled here at FHS Season Tickets. Keep in mind, these guys are all 26 and under, and Damian Lillard really skews this data because most of them are even under 24, most of the players here. So here it is. Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, Kyrie Irving, Myles Turner, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Karl Towns, Joel Embiid, DAngelo Russell, and Kawhi Leonard all showed out in openers.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's going to be more younger players, but these are the ones that really made the most impact. And first, we're going to get into the biggest impact of the night by a young player at the age of 23, I think. Anthony Davis.
22, 24.
Yeah, Anthony Davis
Crazy.
with 50 points,
Crazy.
16 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 steals, 4 blocks, 1 block away from a 5-by-5 game. And keep in mind, this wasn't a loss. That really just has to do with the poor ownership that the Pelicans have, that you can have this young talent and you're surrounding them with garbage. But some scrubs, really. But
you can't say that's the ownership. That's more like general manager fault.
That's just the whole franchise. You have Anthony Davis, who's this generational talent, and you're surrounding him with scrubs. But Christian, can we talk solely on Anthony Davis, the talent he has, and what it looks like in this game, what he looks like, really?
Everyone was sleeping on Anthony Davis. Everyone was like, oh, I'll take Karl Anthony Towns. I would take Anthony Davis over Towns any day.
Yeah.
Honestly. Anthony Davis, he's just a beast. He was a guard in high school, and then he grew like 8 inches, and the center is like a power forward center now.
Yeah.
He's got the whole arsenal for an offensive game, and then he's long. He's like 6'11" with like 7'6"
or something.
Yeah, a ridiculous wingspan. So he's gonna be everywhere. Dude, and that stat sheet, that's like something you would see in 2K.
Literally, you couldn't even do that in a video game. That is nuts. 7 steals is really just what 7 steals and 4 blocks really just stands out.
And he's a big man too.
Yeah, this man's
that's pretty impressive.
Man,
That's extremely impressive.
But I mean, everyone was sleeping over in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
I really was noticing that, but I wasn't really thinking because
Yeah.
just the media hype around Karl Towns as the best big man in basketball. I really think Anthony Davis is a generational talent.
Yeah.
You can get other Karl Towns, amazing player, but no one in the NBA is like Anthony Davis. I don't think we're going to see anyone like Anthony Davis. He's long, he's athletic, he can handle the ball, he can shoot from anywhere, he can defend all 5 positions, and he can do it very well. Anthony Davis is one of a kind. I would also agree with you. Pick him over Karl Anthony Towns. Everyone's sleeping on him. This is really a statement game from Davis. If he stays healthy, he's going to put out games like this in the future. He's going to lead he's going to be he'll come into being like the second best player in the league until LeBron leaves. I feel like he's really showed how great he is. But enough with Davis. Now we're going to get into Damian Lillard really just showing out, proving Steve Kerr how he's not wrong that Damian Lillard could be the MVP, going off for 39 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists.
Yeah.
Christian, what did Damian Lillard show you?
He showed out.
Yeah.
This is D Lillard. He's just a baller, dude. This is all you can say. Like you can't really explain it. A dude could shoot, he could drive, he can dunk on you. He can do everything.
Yeah, everyone really doubting Damian Lillard when he came in the league. Mm-hmm. And this really I think this just signifies he's just a scorer. He can do everything. He's going to lead his team you could argue, not the greatest team in the Western Conference, but he's going to lead them to victory. He's going to do everything he can. Another player on his team that we'd like to shout out, C.J. McCollum with 25 points. Yeah. Another young player. Mm-hmm. Just crazy, all these young players that are doing well. That backcourt's looking nice. Yeah. 25 points, just
looking like a top 3 backcourt.
Yeah, really though. Just really nice, really young.
And D. Lill's showing everyone that you don't have to come from a D1 college to show out and be in the NBA.
Same with McCollum coming from Lehigh. So, again, Kyrie Irving now, another point guard. It's crazy how many young players we have to shout out, but we have to give each and one of these guys credit because they're really just doing good things in the NBA. And, of course, Kyrie from the Cavs, we're not going to not give him credit. 29 points, 4 assists, 2 steals. Again, like we already said, looking Allen Iverson like. I really like what he's doing. I really like him being a scorer, and that's what he focused on the game. I think that's credit to Tyronn Lue for coming up with that game plan, and I think he's just going to keep on blossoming, trying to push for that number 1 point guard role or 2 combo guard role, and I really have nothing else to say. We already talked about it in the Cavs preview.
I like how you brought up the AI comparison. Yeah. I honestly compare him to AI / like Isaiah Thomas. Yeah. But he's more efficient than AI. AI would just chuck up some dumb shots at times. But Kyrie is he's just more efficient and all that. Yeah. But he's not as a hound on defense, but he's getting better at it. Mm-hmm. And he's got the tools to get better at it. He's got the speed.
He's got everything.
He's got the conditioning.
For sure. Yeah. And one of the guys I really wanted to talk about today, Myles Turner for the Indiana Pacers, going off for 30 points, 16 rebounds. I don't think anyone really expected that out of him in the opener. I think people like his physical tools, but he's really starting to blossom in it. Again, not anywhere near Anthony Davis, but I think he's the closest to someone of that skill set that we can see in the NBA right now. A long guy. He can't handle the ball or anything, but I like the defensive presence he brings.
He could post up.
Yeah, he can post up. He can shoot. He can shoot pretty well. I feel like he's a defensive presence we haven't seen in a while, and he's really long and can do that. So, Christian, I know, is he on your fantasy team?
No, he's not on my fantasy.
Okay, but he did really well. And do you have any thoughts on Myles Turner?
I like him as a player, but I was reading about him in this whole draft, and they were saying he was a boomer bust. Right. I don't think he could ever be a bust because he has a lot of talent. But he's booming right now. Oh yeah. He couldn't shoot the 3 before, but he just proved a lot of people wrong last night or the opener that he could hit 3s, he could shoot, and he could be a great big man in the NBA for the Indiana Pacers.
And we got 2 names here, Giannis and Karl Towns. I think you guys all know who these guys are. I think we expected it. I was just gonna do a quick shout out. Giannis with 31, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and Towns with 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. both these guys proving the label that they didn't have fluke years. Giannis going to be a point guard. Karl Towns just showing the NBA that they were validated. And I just want to skip down here to Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Really crazy game. I just really liked it against Russell Westbrook's revenge campaigns. Oklahoma City Thunder, and Embiid showed out, in my opinion, with 20 points, 7 rebounds, and it was really just 20 points that were just really exciting, really thrilling, giving this Philadelphia,
the fans
something to cheer about. The team city that has a great sports town city that hasn't had anything to cheer about as of late, and Embiid just giving them that, fans even chanting "Trust the process," which is actually crazy. You wouldn't think people from Philadelphia wanting to do that, but Embiid
was getting
dream-like
MVP chance.
Hakeem-ish, not Hakeem, but he was showing that he has the post moves to be good in the NBA.
Yeah.
He's ripped. He can shoot. He just has to work on the conditioning, in my opinion. But Christian, got anything to say?
His defensive consistency has to improve.
Yeah.
Because there are some times where the defense would just fall apart under him at center.
Yeah.
But
his highs were nice, though.
Yeah. This dude's got potential. He could easily be the best center in the NBA. He's got the tools. He just needs to stay healthy. And if he stays healthy, everyone needs to watch out for him.
Yeah, watch out for sure. Really nice for him. But now we're going to get into DAngelo Russell, who I really love. We've already talked about him, so we're just going to brush up on him quickly. But he's just the point guard that this team really needs, I feel like.
Yeah.
He's the best thing that the Lakers have been excited for. I think once Nick Young leaves, because that chemistry, I even saw it during the game, even though they're like hospitable, I don't think that really can like work out. So once he leaves, they have Jordan Clarkson, DAngelo Russell in the backcourt. I think that will really help DAngelo Russell having all these young talent. Mm-hmm. Christian, you got anything before we go into the next topic? On DAngelo.
I don't really think Nick Young's and his chemistry are like bad. I feel like they kind of like broed it out. But no, nothing. I mean, he impressed me.
Yeah. But he's not just top. I feel you on that. I think I'm a little bit more higher than most people.
He took a good he's becoming a good leader since Kobe left.
Yeah. I think I'm more higher than most people, but
giving the Lakers something to cheer for. Look forward to.
Well, now we're going to move into the last topic. One of these just thought-provoking topics, something I'm really excited for. What is the impact that all of these opening games, you see all these young talents, you even see like established talents showing out, the NBA looking really exciting. What does the impact of these young players showing out have on the present and future of the league? I think I'm going to start this topic off. I think that this league, first off, it's obviously going to be really exciting moving forward. I don't think we're going to have a down period after LeBron, Curry, Durant, all of them leave the NBA, and it's going to be a while. I just think that the NBA is going to continue to blossom, grow into potentially the top American sport. And also, I want to say, I think that the league is going to take a switch. Even though we see guards play, like really good guards play, we also see generational big men working in the league. I think it's not going to go back to the big men of old, like the Shaqs, David Robinsons,
the
Hakeems. I think it's going to be a different type of big man that you've seen Karl Towns, Anthony Davis, and B to an extent, Myles Turner. I think all of these, Okafor for an extent. I think that big men, once again, are going to become way more important, maybe even the most important position in the league, having those types of big men that can guard all 5 positions, do everything in the league. I think that you're going to see a switch from guard play to big man play being the most important part in the NBA. NBA is going to be the top American sport to watch after we see an NFL decline. And I also think that just the future is bright for the NBA.
Yeah.
What do you think, Christian?
I'm with you 100%. The future is bright. You see someone like Anthony Davis with those befuddling stats. Just make you go like, wow.
Yeah, crazy.
It just keeps you tuned in. It gets more people tuned in. They get more ratings and better views and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, ratings are
continuing to
and it just inspires younger players to keep working harder and be like Anthony Davis or like exceed his exceed his
potential.
See like his talent.
Yeah, really.
It just motivates you.
Well, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of FHS Season Ticket. Our cameraman is sleeping on the ground.
Yeah.
Michael's hard at editing, and I think that we really just are both excited for the NBA.
Yeah,
I think most of America is excited for the NBA, and
I'm watching the NBA now.
Mike over here is watching the NBA now. But that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of FHS Season Tickets. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.
Thanks for watching.
And Nick compared this year's Laker team to Magic Johnson, James Worthy, and Byron Scott.
It wasn't even the wheelchair.
He wasn't trying to mean it like that.
That was